The next 5 months are going to pass whether you prepare for them or not. The calendar will keep turning. The sun will keep rising. Life will keep moving forward. But when those 5 months are over, one question will remain. Will you recognize the person staring back at you in the mirror? Most people believe their future is decided by luck, talent, or the opportunities they receive. They're wrong. The future is decided in moments that nobody applauds, in mornings when you choose discipline over comfort, in evenings when you keep working while everyone else is distracted, in the small decisions that seem insignificant today, but become impossible to ignore tomorrow. 5 months may not seem like a long time, but 5 focused months can erase years of regret. They can build habits that change your identity, create confidence where fear once lived, and put you miles ahead of the person who keeps saying, "I'll start next week." Here's the truth most people never realize until it's too late. The life you dream about isn't waiting somewhere in the future. It's being built right now by the choices you make today. Every excuse is a brick. Every disciplined action is a brick. You're building something whether you realize it or not. So before we begin, make a commitment to yourself. Stay with this message until the very end, because one idea could become the turning point you've been waiting for. And if you're ready to stop watching life happen and start creating the future you deserve, subscribe to the channel and join a community committed to growth, discipline, and becoming unstoppable. Now let's talk about why the next 5 months may be the most important period of your entire life. The next 5 months are going to pass whether you prepare for them or not. The calendar will keep turning. The sun will keep rising. Life will keep moving forward. But when those 5 months are over, one question will remain. Will you recognize the person staring back at you in the mirror? Most people believe their future is decided by luck, talent, or the opportunities they receive. They're wrong. The future is decided in moments that nobody applauds, in mornings when you choose discipline over comfort, in evenings when you keep working while everyone else is distracted, in the small decisions that seem insignificant today, but become impossible to ignore tomorrow. 5 months may not seem like a long time, but 5 focused months can erase years of regret. They can build habits that change your identity, create confidence where fear once lived, and put you miles ahead of the person who keeps saying, "I'll start next week." Here's the truth most people never realize until it's too late. The life you dream about isn't waiting somewhere in the future. It's being built right now by the choices you make today. Every excuse is a brick. Every disciplined action is a brick. You're building something whether you realize it or not. So before we begin, make a commitment to yourself. Stay with this message until the very end, because one idea could become the turning point you've been waiting for. And if you're ready to stop watching life happen and start creating the future you deserve, subscribe to the channel and join a community committed to growth, discipline, and becoming unstoppable. Now let's talk about why the next 5 months may be the most important period of your entire life. Every great transformation begins with a moment of truth. Jim Rohn often reminded us that life does not improve by chance. It improves by change. That simple sentence carries more power than most people ever realize. They spend years hoping that next month will somehow be different. They wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect motivation, the perfect financial situation, or the perfect circumstances. But life has a habit of rewarding those who move before they feel ready. Think about where you were 5 months ago. The decisions you made back then are the reason you're standing where you are today. The habits you ignored have become your daily reality. The opportunities you delayed have already passed. Time never argues with your choices. It simply multiplies them. Now imagine where you could be exactly 5 months from today if you started acting differently beginning this very moment. You could wake up with more confidence because you've kept promises to yourself every single day. You could be physically stronger because you stopped negotiating with your excuses. You could be financially ahead because you finally invested your evenings into learning valuable skills, instead of wasting them scrolling endlessly. You could have a clearer mind because you chose discipline over distraction. 5 months, that's all. Not 5 years, not someday. Just 5 intentional months. Most people underestimate what consistency can do because they're obsessed with immediate results. They plant a seed on Monday and expect a tree by Friday. When nothing dramatic happens, they quit. But nature has never rushed its process, and neither does success. The bamboo tree is a perfect example. For years after it's planted, almost nothing appears above the ground. It looks as though nothing is happening. Many people would assume the seed has failed, but beneath the surface, an enormous root system is quietly growing stronger every single day. Then one day, almost without warning, it shoots upward at an incredible speed. People call it overnight success, but it was never overnight. It was years of invisible preparation. Your life works exactly the same way. The workouts no one notices, the books no one sees you reading, the early mornings, the late nights, the difficult conversations, the disciplined choices. They may feel invisible today, but they're building roots that will eventually support extraordinary growth. This is where most people lose. Not because they're incapable, because they're impatient. Impatience has destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. People don't fail because they're untalented. They fail because they stop before the results become visible. Jim Rohn believed success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Failure, on the other hand, is simply a few errors in judgment repeated daily. Neither happens all at once. They accumulate quietly. Every day you either invest in your future or borrow against it. There is no neutral day. Every morning either strengthens your discipline or weakens it. Every decision either builds your confidence or reinforces your doubt. Every hour either creates opportunity or wastes potential. You are always becoming someone. The question is, who? Look around. Most people are living on autopilot. They wake up, check their phones, rush through the day, complain about being tired, promise they'll change tomorrow, repeat. Weeks become months, months become years. Eventually they wonder where their life went. The frightening part isn't that time moves quickly. The frightening part is how quietly it disappears. One ordinary Tuesday becomes another. One comfortable weekend becomes another year. Before long, decades have passed. That's why these next 5 months matter so much. They're not simply another page on your calendar. They're an opportunity to interrupt a pattern that may have controlled your life for years. Patterns create destiny. If you continue repeating the same behaviors, you'll continue producing the same future. Nothing changes until your daily habits change. You don't become successful because you suddenly feel inspired. You become successful because you continue acting after the inspiration disappears. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you moving. Character keeps you growing. That's the progression most people never learn. They chase feelings instead of building systems. Feelings come and go. Systems remain. Imagine 2 people beginning today. The first waits until they feel motivated. The second simply follows a schedule. 5 months later, who wins? Always the person who respected the schedule more than their emotions. Because emotions are unpredictable. Commitment is dependable. You don't need to wake up excited every morning. You need to wake up committed. Commitment says, I'll do it anyway. Anyway when I'm tired. Anyway when progress feels slow. Anyway when nobody believes in me. Anyway when life becomes difficult. Those words have built more successful lives than natural talent ever has. There will be mornings when your bed feels warmer than your dreams. There will be evenings when quitting sounds reasonable. There will be days when nothing seems to be improving. Those are not signs to stop. Those are tests. Life always tests people before trusting them with greater responsibility. Can you stay disciplined without applause? Can you stay faithful without immediate results? Can you keep climbing when nobody notices you're climbing? Because that's where your future is decided. Not on the easy days, on the ordinary ones. The days when no cameras are recording. The days when nobody is cheering. The days when only you know whether you honored your word. Your reputation is what people think about you. Your character is what you do when nobody is watching. And your future will always follow your character. So stop asking whether 5 months is enough. Ask whether you're finally ready to become the kind of person who refuses to waste another day. Because the clock has already started. The next 5 months are coming whether you prepare for them or not. The only thing still undecided is the person you'll become when they arrive. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The next 5 months won't test your intelligence. They won't test your talent. They won't even test your potential. They will test one thing, and one thing only: your ability to stay committed after the excitement disappears. Anyone can feel motivated on day 1. Anyone can write goals in a notebook. Anyone can promise themselves, this time will be different. But what happens on day 17 when nothing has changed? What happens on day 43 when you're tired, discouraged, and nobody believes you're making progress? That's where futures are decided. Because success is never stolen in one dramatic moment. It is surrendered one excuse at a time. One skipped workout. One wasted morning. 1 hour scrolling instead of learning. One promise broken to yourself. And before you know it, 5 months have disappeared. Not because you didn't have enough time, but because you kept giving your time away. Jim Rohn used to remind us that we must all suffer one of 2 pains: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is simple. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. So as we move forward, I want you to ask yourself one question. When these next 5 months are over, will you carry the weight of discipline or the weight of regret? Because your answer to that question will quietly shape the rest of your life. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The next 5 months won't test your intelligence. They won't test your talent. They won't even test your potential. They will test one thing, and one thing only: your ability to stay committed after the excitement disappears. Anyone can feel motivated on day 1. Anyone can write goals in a notebook. Anyone can promise themselves, this time will be different. But what happens on day 17 when nothing has changed? What happens on day 43 when you're tired, discouraged, and nobody believes you're making progress? That's where futures are decided. Because success is never stolen in one dramatic moment. It is surrendered one excuse at a time. One skipped workout. One wasted morning. 1 hour scrolling instead of learning. One promise broken to yourself. And before you know it, 5 months have disappeared. Not because you didn't have enough time, but because you kept giving your time away. Jim Rohn used to remind us that we must all suffer one of 2 pains: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is simple. Discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. So as we move forward, I want you to ask yourself one question. When these next 5 months are over, will you carry the weight of discipline or the weight of regret? Because your answer to that question will quietly shape the rest of your life. Now, let's go even deeper. One of the greatest lies people believe is that success is created during moments of inspiration. It isn't. Success is created during moments of resistance. Resistance is the invisible force that shows up every time you try to become someone better. It whispers that tomorrow would be a better day to start. It convinces you that resting for one more day won't matter. It tells you that missing one opportunity isn't a big deal. The problem is that resistance never asks for your entire future. It only asks for today. Just today, skip the workout. Just today, don't read the book. Just today, sleep a little longer. Just today, put your dream on hold. But just today has a dangerous habit of becoming your lifestyle. This is why your daily choices matter so much. Your life is not built by the biggest decision you make once a year. It is built by the smallest decision you repeat every day. Imagine a pilot flying from New York to Los Angeles. If the plane changes its direction by only a few degrees at takeoff, the passengers won't notice. Everything will seem normal. But after traveling thousands of miles, that tiny change will cause the plane to land in a completely different city. Your habits work exactly the same way. A 5-minute improvement every morning may not look impressive today. Reading 10 pages a day may feel insignificant. Saving a little money each week may seem too small to matter. Learning one new skill every day may feel painfully slow. But after 5 months, those tiny improvements no longer look small. They become your advantage. Jim Rohn often said that success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. The problem is that people are fascinated by shortcuts. They want extraordinary results from ordinary effort. They search for secret formulas while ignoring simple principles that have worked for generations. There is no secret. Wake up with purpose. Protect your time. Feed your mind. Honor your commitments. Repeat. Simple does not mean easy. Simple means clear. Most people know exactly what they should do. They simply don't do it consistently. Knowledge has never been the problem. Execution has always been the problem. Think about how many books have been purchased, but never finished. How many business ideas have remained inside notebooks? How many gym memberships have expired without changing a single body? How many dreams have died because action never followed intention? Dreams don't disappear because people lack ability. They disappear because people underestimate the cost of delay. Delay feels comfortable in the moment, but expensive in the future. Every day you postpone your potential, life quietly sends the bill later. That bill arrives in the form of regret. Regret is painful because it constantly reminds you of the person you could have become. There is no heavier burden than realizing you had the ability all along. The saddest conversations people have are not about what they tried and failed at. They're about what they never tried at all. Imagine yourself 5 months from today. Picture 2 different versions of your future. In the first version, nothing changes. You keep sleeping through your alarm. You continue saying you'll start next Monday. You spend hours consuming content instead of creating value. You protect your comfort more than your future. 5 months later, your circumstances look almost identical. Your confidence hasn't grown. Your income hasn't changed. Your discipline remains weak. And deep down, you know exactly why. Now imagine the second version. You decide that today is different. Not because life suddenly became easier, but because you became stronger. You begin waking up with intention. You stop negotiating with your goals. You keep learning even when nobody notices. You improve your health one workout at a time. You strengthen your mindset one book at a time. You build your future one disciplined decision at a time. 5 months later, people begin asking you what changed. They think something dramatic happened. They assume you found an opportunity they missed. They look for a lucky break. But you know the truth. Nothing magical happened. You simply refused to quit. That is how transformation always looks from the outside. People notice the results. They rarely see the repetition. They celebrate the victory. They ignore the sacrifice. Every successful person you admire has mastered one skill above all others. They learned how to continue when continuing stopped feeling exciting. Because excitement is temporary. Purpose is permanent. Purpose gets out of bed before motivation wakes up. Purpose keeps working after inspiration leaves. Purpose remembers the destination when emotions try to change the road. This is why your why matters more than your how. If your reason is powerful enough, your discipline becomes stronger than your excuses. Ask yourself, why do you want a better life? Is it for your family, your freedom, your future children? To prove to yourself that you're capable of more. Whatever your reason is, make it impossible to forget. Write it down. Read it every morning. Read it every night. When your energy disappears, your reason must remain, because there will be difficult days. There will be setbacks. There will be failures. There will be moments when you question yourself. Don't fear those moments. Expect them. Every mountain has steep sections. Every meaningful journey has obstacles. Every successful person has doubted themselves at some point. The difference is they kept walking anyway. Remember this: the obstacle is not evidence that you're on the wrong path. Very often, it is proof that you're finally on the right one. Growth always demands discomfort. Confidence always follows courage. Strength is always built under pressure, and your future is always earned before it is seen. So don't measure your progress by how easy the journey feels. Measure it by the person you're becoming along the way. Because at the end of these next 5 months, you won't simply have different results. If you stay committed, you'll have a different identity. And once your identity changes, your future changes with it. Before you leave, I want you to imagine one final scene. It's 5 months from today. You wake up, look in the mirror, and for the first time in years, you smile. Not because life became perfect, not because every problem disappeared, but because you finally became the person you promised yourself you would become. Now imagine the opposite. The same mirror, the same face, the same excuses, the same regrets, the same sentence echoing in your mind. If only I had started 5 months ago. That single sentence has haunted millions of people. Don't let it become yours. Because one day, the version of you that exists in the future is going to ask a very difficult question. When you had the chance to change everything, why didn't you? You won't be able to blame your circumstances. You won't be able to blame your past. You won't be able to blame other people. Because deep down, you'll know the truth. The next 5 months were always enough. The only question was whether you were willing to become the person your future required. So before we finish this message, let's talk about the final principle. The one that separates those who dream about a better life from those who actually create one. Before you leave, I want you to imagine one final scene. It's 5 months from today. You wake up, look in the mirror, and for the first time in years, you smile. Not because life became perfect, not because every problem disappeared, but because you finally became the person you promised yourself you would become. Now imagine the opposite. The same mirror, the same face, the same excuses, the same regrets, the same sentence echoing in your mind. If only I had started 5 months ago. That single sentence has haunted millions of people. Don't let it become yours. Because one day, the version of you that exists in the future is going to ask a very difficult question. When you had the chance to change everything, why didn't you? You won't be able to blame your circumstances. You won't be able to blame your past. You won't be able to blame other people. Because deep down, you'll know the truth. The next 5 months were always enough. The only question was whether you were willing to become the person your future required. So before we finish this message, let's talk about the final principle, the one that separates those who dream about a better life from those who actually create one. The final principle is this: you must become the person who deserves the future you desire. Most people focus on what they want to achieve. They think about the money they want, the success they want, the respect they want, the opportunities they want, but they rarely ask the most important question. Who do I need to become to create that life? Because your future cannot be built by the same person who created your current reality. If you want a different life, you must develop a different mindset. You must develop different habits. You must develop different standards. You cannot keep making the same choices and expect a completely different outcome. The person who achieves greatness is not a different species. They are simply someone who decided to stop betraying their own potential. They stopped accepting average. They stopped making excuses. They stopped waiting for someone else to rescue them. They took responsibility. And that is where true power begins. The moment you accept that your life is your responsibility, you take back control. Because when you blame circumstances, you give away your power. But when you accept responsibility, you gain the ability to change. You cannot control everything that happens to you. You cannot control the economy. You cannot control other people's opinions. You cannot control every obstacle that appears on your path. But you can control your response. You can control your effort. You can control your attitude. You can control whether you give up or keep going. And that choice will define the next 5 months. The truth is, most people are waiting for life to become easier before they take action. But successful people understand something different. Life does not become easier because you wait. Life becomes easier because you become stronger. A weak mindset sees challenges as reasons to quit. A strong mindset sees challenges as opportunities to grow. The same situation can break one person and build another. The difference is not always the situation. The difference is the person facing it. This is why your mindset is your greatest asset. Your thoughts become your actions. Your actions become your habits. Your habits become your character. And your character creates your future. Everything begins in the mind. Before a person builds a successful career, they build a successful belief system. Before they achieve financial freedom, they develop the discipline to manage themselves. Before they earn respect from others, they learn to respect their own commitments. Success always starts from the inside. That is why the next 5 months cannot simply be about chasing results. They must be about building yourself. Become stronger mentally. Become wiser emotionally. Become more disciplined physically. Become more valuable professionally. Invest in yourself every single day. Read, learn, practice, improve. Because the greatest investment you will ever make is the investment you make in yourself. The world rewards value. The more valuable you become, the more opportunities you create. But value is not created overnight. It is created through consistent improvement. One lesson at a time. One skill at a time. One decision at a time. 5 months is enough time to completely change your direction. Not because 5 months is magical, but because consistency is powerful. A person who improves every day becomes unrecognizable over time. Think about how much damage negative habits can create in 5 months. A person can destroy their health, waste their money, lose their confidence, damage their relationships, all through small decisions repeated daily. So why do people believe positive changes cannot work the same way? The same power that destroys can also build. 5 months of discipline can rebuild your confidence. 5 months of focus can transform your skills. 5 months of commitment can change your entire trajectory. But you must make a decision. Not a temporary emotional decision. A real decision. The kind of decision where there is no backup plan to return to your old self. Because every transformation begins with a moment where you say, enough. Enough wasting time. Enough making excuses. Enough allowing fear to control my choices. Enough living below my potential. That moment is powerful because it creates a separation between who you were and who you are becoming. From that day forward, every choice has a purpose. You no longer ask, do I feel like doing this? You ask, does this move me closer to the person I want to become? That one question can change your life, because discipline is not about punishment. Discipline is an act of self-respect. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build confidence. Every time you choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong, you strengthen your character. Every time you continue despite difficulty, you prove to yourself that you are capable. And confidence is not something you find. Confidence is something you build, brick by brick, promise by promise, action by action. So when these next 5 months arrive, don't look back wishing you had started. Start now. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for next year. Don't wait until conditions are perfect. The perfect moment is a myth created by people who are afraid to begin. The person you want to become is waiting on the other side of your excuses. The life you want is waiting on the other side of your discipline. The future you dream about is waiting on the other side of your decisions. 5 months from now, you will have a story. The question is, will it be a story of transformation? Or will it be another chapter of what could have been? Remember this, you don't need 5 years to change your life. You need 5 months of uncommon commitment. 5 months of focus. 5 months of discipline. 5 months of refusing to return to the person you once were. Because the greatest reward is not just what you achieve. The greatest reward is who you become while achieving it. So make the decision today. Protect your time. Control your habits. Strengthen your mind. Keep moving forward. And 5 months from now, you will look back at this moment and realize, this was the day everything started to change. If this message gave you a new perspective, Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, your future is not waiting for you. Your future is being created by you. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and never forget, the next 5 months could become the foundation of the next chapter of your life.